Okay, let's go for a bike ride. Let's figure out how to put these on. I forgot my other ones, so we'll just go with that. These are good to keep in the car, though. I had to use a pair just like them yesterday when I got a quick skate in. Okay, so now I'm going to put my radio on, which I'll lose in about half a mile for a few minutes. Alrighty. Holy moly, what gear is that? Hi. Good, you?
Fantastic.
Oh, it didn't come up yet. Wow, went to big one. There we go. Okay, middle cog and second down on the cog, though it's reading third on this. I'm going to have to readjust these again. So off to Arlington we go. Lift that up just a little bit. Let's see what's going on. There we go. This is a great trail to inline skate, actually. I almost did that today, but I've really taken quite a break from skating, though. Geez, I still get out at least once a week for, 20, 30 minutes out at the parking lot at the Heritage Park. And I did get a new pair of inline skates. I got them off of Amazon. They're a pair of Bont Lunas with some 110 element wheels. And I don't want it to tear those wheels up on a path yet until I see how good they are on indoor floor, because I don't have any indoor racing wheels in that size. I just got the 100s, which I can put on. So today, it's Tuesday, by the way, and I just parked here out of Bryant, which is just east of Stanwood on the east side of the freeway, and I'm going just right down the side of Highway 9 here going south. I'm going to go to Arlington, and then we'll decide if I go further. It's just an easy bike ride. Not a big workout for me, so anyways, that's kind of what today's ride's going to be like. I'll look at it. So in a day or two, I might come down here with my, I call them my adventure skates. They're the ones that have the 3 wheels on each skate. They're 100 millimeters. They work really good on this. I do need to order some wheels for those too. They are worn out. They used to be 100, I should say. They aren't now. They're really worn down. They still roll pretty good. But the new skates they got 110s, and frame wheels they're about an inch and a half longer than my other ones. So it's easy for me to kick those. So I'm going to have to be careful on those for the first few 100 laps, I suppose. So we'll see how those work. They are comfortable, though. I bought a size 42 instead of the 41 and a half. So just a little extra room made all the big difference. These boots are way better than the old Bonds I had. So this month has just been not very active month, not athletic-wise anyways. I've been riding motorcycles more than anything. Just to and from Stanwood more than anything. I bought that little Honda Dax with the 125 on it, and it's just a kick in the pants to ride. That's cool. That's pretty fast. So anyways, the little Dax is fun, and every time I come to a place to get a cup of coffee or something on it or whatever, I have a conversation with somebody. Even when I get gas, which is very rarely because the little bike gets 110 miles to a gallon. And that's riding it full bore almost all the time. Because that's how you ride them. You know, it'll do 45 miles an hour all day long. You know, it's a happy little motor for that. But if I'm in some heavy wind and the speed limit is like 50, you know, you're working it then. They don't turn a whole lot of RPMs like my other bike, which is a lot bigger and easier to ride on that stuff. So, and one thing I'm looking here is Highway 9. I'm not sure what the average speed limit is. I'd like to ride that little turkey north up to Linden, though. That'd be kind of fun. So, I gotta figure out how to put a bag with skates on it, on the back of it. I can do that with the CRF 250L Rally I have. That's no problem. But I did ride the bigger bike up to Bellingham finally, about a month and a half ago. That was okay. I mean, I took all the side roads. I don't like riding freeway. Too many people just in their own little world. So it's only bad if they run into you. Yeah, let's see here. This is really a quick bike ride if I just do Arlington and back. So almost every time I've come down here, I went to the Stilly Diner and had lunch. Cool little diner, by the way. And a possibility that if I run into a old dude out here that I met, it was the first time. I have a tendency to talk to a lot of people. So this guy's name is Dennis, and if he's out here, he'll be on a recumbent trike and with his dog, and it has electric assist. And he's an older dude, and he's got mobility problems. But last year I ran into him a couple times. He was just always out here. And I think he's within a mile of here, I think. And I thought about getting a recumbent trike. Not one with a motor, though. But that'd be kind of neat to put a little carrier on the back for my little dog. So I got the Papillon Sheltie mix. He's 24 pounds and he's 15 and a half years old, and he just doesn't need to be, well, he can't keep up. He's too busy smelling crap. He's hard to walk. He's like the Sherlock Holmes of dogs. He's going to sniff everything out. So you don't get too far. This is the Stilly Sand and Gravel area. Oh, big old pit. That'd be fun to go ride a dirt bike in. I haven't had my dirt bike out yet either. I need to pull that out and go to Walker Valley. That's out in east of Mount Vernon, Burlington area. So fun riding. I almost went on the weekend, but it's kind of dangerous out there on the weekend because there's just a bunch of people in their side-by-sides driving like loons. Oh, staying gear. Definitely need to redo the gears on this. This is such a comfortable bike. So the bars on this bike, Yuma. I don't know, was this a bow tie or something? Anyways, I paid more for the bars than I did the bike. This bike, however, I bought without a seat and it had a flat tire. I got it for $3. I was like, holy moly, such an awesome bike. Oh, here comes a bike rider. Howdy. Oh, I forgot my dog spray. Shoot. Oh, that's cool. You look over there. There's a little stream down there. It's pretty in here. Oh. Ah. You making any headway? Yeah. My dog has to smell everything, so I don't take him walking too much. This is like Armstrong. It's funny. I was told to take this road to get up to my daughter's current house. I got totally twisted on that. I don't know why it wanted me to go up there. It doesn't go anywhere. So Google Maps really messed me up. So anyways, after an hour of fiddle farting around, I finally got to the right place. So got a cool little house area there. There's a bunch of little side trails that are kind of off-roady, and I don't know if that's for horses. I think horses come down here once in a while. Howdy. A lot of electric bikes. It's usually the younger group that are riding the electric bikes. You don't see too many old people on them. I was talking to the FedEx driver yesterday because he dropped off some dog meds for my dog and stay on the lane, man. Anyways, he knows that I have a ton of bikes in the garage, and I told him, well, they're ones that I want to auction off to help pay for the ice time for speed skating up in Bellingham, which I have a bunch of them. Anyways, that was a good trip, and then I hopped on the Dax and hightailed it down the road because I was just leaving, but he was like, you ride those? And I said, no, I don't ride them around here. It's too damn hilly. And he goes, well, why don't you get an e-bike? And I said, I have a motorcycle. I don't need an e-bike. And the nice thing about the little motorbike, all of them except for the dirt bike, is they're licensed and insured. So they can travel the speed limit. And that little blue bike that gets 110 miles to the gallon, that's 6 pounds of fuel. Imagine how much a battery would weigh to take an electric bike 110 miles. That'd be a monster set of batteries, I would think. But someday they will come up with a way better battery storage system. That's just around the corner. So we're almost to Arlington, because I think we're coming to the bridge up here. There's this little bridge, but then there's the big bridge. You can see the river and the water park. So there must be a bunch of little kids out there. I don't have the camera up real high, so I probably could change that though. Or I could just go ride by it, it'd be easier. So I'm not a real big fan of these index style shifters. They're kind of clunky. I like the shifters Well, the shifter that I put on the Diamondback, it's a friction shifter, and you can just slowly slide it in here. No clunks. Hi. Oops. So yeah, that sometimes it'll slip. There we go. I picked up a 3-speed bicycle a couple of weeks ago. I bought it mainly for the wheel and the shifter. I would like to make just a 3-speed bike. Be kind of neat. The setup could be put on the frame just like this. It's on a girl's bike, and I mean it's really a girl's bike. Holy moly! Lime green flowers, the whole 9 yards. But it might be easier to get rid of it that way. Coming behind you.
Wow. That's gonna be fucking.
Howdy. Oh. I should come down here with some shoes, water shoes. That'd be kind of fun. Hi. Check it out. There's the park. I got a fire truck going somewhere. Oh, watch for the glass here. Don't need that. Oh, you run into the weirdos when you start rolling in here. Ooh, got a V-Strom down there. See the motorbike? Oh, there's a... Oh, let's get across here first. Coming up behind you. Howdy. So we have a little restaurant diner in Stanwood called Farmers, and one of the waitresses, she bought a motorcycle after talking to me. So she got the Kawasaki Z500, which is a sport bike. She said, I was having fun. She's not doing the freeway either. This thing keeps wanting to shift on me. Huh. It's got an automatic. Okay. Where are you? Oh, you're still in first. There we go. Hello.
Right.
So first gear on this bike is a climber gear. Real nice setup. But again, I wish I had friction shifter on here. You know, I keep forgetting that this bike has a shock in the front. Just a little one. This is a fairly light bike, and I don't know when it was made, but it's a steel frame bike. Nice rider. And you know what? Who cares how heavy it is if you're riding on a trail like this anyways? You're riding one of them old newsy bikes. I think they weigh like 50, 60 pounds. I gotta go to the bike shop, which I think is over there. I'll catch it on the way back. Oh, that's kind of neat. Bike shop to the left. Okay. So if you want to go to the bike shop in Arlington, you go up this road. I don't know what road it is offhand, but oh, there we go. Let's see. I can't see that far. 4th, maybe? I don't know. Oh yeah, 4th Street, because we're coming up to 3rd. Oh, here comes. Oh, that's a cool setup. A recumbent. Howdy. And he's got a dog in a trailer. How cool is that? Well, here's the pit stop. Howdy. Restrooms. And that's our trip to Arlington. Okay. I see a window on this one. Be curious to see what it looks like. Wonder if it's giving me a forward picture and a rear picture. I don't know. I'm going to change it in a minute. I think I'll go up the trail just a little bit. Maybe a mile or two. I'm not grabbing lunch today. So it's possible that this camera's doing something I didn't know it could do. I never know. So I'm going to hit stop now, see if I can change it. It's showing me kind of a window with a small window on the back side. Okay, it could be that I'm just looking at it wrong. So it's a little screen, so you don't see that stuff. You're just like, oh, good, it's actually recording. Kylie something. Or Kylie. Walk bikes across tracks. Okay, I will walk in my mind. I can see why, though. It's easy to get hung up in these tracks. These guys don't stop here. These guys do. It's shifting pretty good now, so it just hasn't been ridden in a while. I have a cool bike holder tool to adjust it if I like. Oh, we'll see. It's still got the original cables on. I never changed them. There was no need to. It worked. This bike was like brand new, so it did sit outside a little here and there. So we're going towards Smoky Point. There's a museum up here. I'm going to have to go there one of these days. Not with a bike though, but do I need some railroad ties? There's some. Back in my younger days when we were all knuckleheads and drinking beer and stuff, kind of big old fork in one of those like that, and we lit that sucker on fire and it burned for 3 days. And it wasn't very clean. Auction bosses. Oh wow. It's like wonder if that's, they hold the auctions there or not. Hub's Pizzeria. I think that was a Mexican restaurant once, but I'm not sure. You know, on the way back or a little bike shop, maybe I'll get a phone holder. So where I got my phone right now is good. So I do need to get some chain links because the ones I ordered on Amazon were the wrong ones, but they'll work on another bike I have, so that's fine. But it irritated me because I specifically said for mountain bikes for 7/8 speed, and they sent me a 9-speed chain link, which is a thinner chain, so it wasn't gonna hook up. Yes, old school friction shifters would be an upgrade for this bike. So this is the Stillaguamish Pioneer Museum. Got an old piece of stump. Looks pretty dark over there. Rent this hole. Okay, so the trail goes behind the Arlington RV and Welding Supplies building, so we'll go around. I have been on this before. Wild looking tools. Wow, look at that old forklift. There's an old forklift up there. Looks like it's from the, well, maybe the 60s. There, that's a cool truck. Old Heister. Oh, that's an old dude. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, I worked at a wrecking yard at Linwood, and they had this old forklift, and I think it was built in like 1942 or so, and it had forward and reverse, and it had 2-speed transmission to go with it, I mean, it was a tank. We had a bungee cord to hold it in gear, and no such thing as power steering on those. Holy moly, that was just a absolute bear to ride. This guy by. Hi. Okay. Take this. Oh, hey, good. We will cross the road if possible. Yeah. Now, if I could just turn the motorcycle that easy, that'd be great. For some reason, it just seemed weird turning that sharp. Though the little Dax comes close to it. The whole bike has 12-inch wheels on it. It's so weird. Because oh, you ships. Well, I guess we'll just cross the road. Actually, we'll just call it quits. I'm not going to go any further. I'm just going to sit here and play with detoured sidewalks. I wasn't planning on going on a big ride anyways. I'd like to go to that place there, the Junkyard Grill. I've never been there, but it looks like a fun place to have a beer and a burger. No car? Oh, there's a car. I'm tempted to get a rearview mirror for this too. If I do a long bike ride one of these days, something that's like multiple days, I think I'll use this bike. The nice thing is it's still a simple bike. Got just regular brakes, are easy to change and adjust. I'd even be tempted to turn this into a 1x7 bike too. I don't use all the gears on this, and it's got that climber, so I'm in the middle gear, and I think the only time I'd want that extra gear is if I was climbing a seriously steep grade. But even in that gear, it's pretty good. Definitely don't need the larger chainring because I just don't go that fast. There's no reason to. And going fast downhill is creepy to me nowadays. I used to not think much of it, but it hurts when you fall at this age. I like that truck. That's cool. Not good for anything for me, but Taylor Industrial Park. Oh, that's the other part of the museum. Oh, be darned. I've been by this like one other time, so. Oops, not staying in my lane. I used to pick up wood in between Everett and Marysville. Wet wood, I'd bring it here, and they would kiln dry it. It was wood from Busey. They would kiln dry it there, and then I'd take a load back that was dried, and then they would sell it. So there was a couple times where I was probably overweight, but there was no weigh station. But I was licensed with my Kenworth and two trailers to haul 105,500 pounds, and I used every single gear on that truck and that was 13 of them. And it was weird because if there was a slight downgrade, holy moly, you felt like you were on on a roller coaster, how it just pushed you forward. It was really weird. It was like I would not want to go down, like a mountain pass on with all that stuff on the back. That'd be just frightening. And then going up the slight grade, like getting onto I-5 from 529 or 520. I'm not sure which one that is. Anyways, there's a on ramp, and you can't go faster on it because you could roll, So you were in a lower speed and you stepped on it, and I had like 15, 18 pounds of turbo boost, and it was doing like 30 miles an hour. That was kind of funny. That was a strong old truck, but fun to drive. Just cost too much to do. You just can't do that stuff part time. You got to be full time. And at the time, Boeing just had too many benefits to be passing up. So finally got rid of that truck. Oh, we're coming back into Arlington. We're going to take the city streets, and I'm going to swing into the bicycle shop. I'm in 7th gear, middle cog. Let me get out of that a little bit. There we go. I'm going to stay on the sidewalk and go by Les Schwab and the diner and all that. Oh, wait a minute. No. We'll just go up that road. That'll be better. I'll do the city street on my little motorcycle next time. That'll be better. That way people aren't saying, oh, that guy should be on the bike trail instead of on the streets. So if you're really into bikes and a lot of videos, you know that they've got a thing called a dropper post out, and it drops your seat down. And I'm not a big gadget person, but I wouldn't mind having one of those. Because they got one that just works right underneath the horn of the seat there, and you just pull it and it just goes down like an office chair. And then you've got it set for a height, and so when you get rolling again, you just stand up and that sucker will pop up to its regular height.
Wow.
I thought he was talking to The Rock, but I forgot. Everybody's got phones in their ears, or a camera in my case. No. Oh, I don't know that. Heavy vehicle traffic. Oh, shit. I was looking at the Stilly Diner sign and I rode into the bark. Duh. Oh, see these trees? I used to have one of these in Everett. They're cool. Coming up behind you there. Thanks. You bet. Okay, I think. No, next one up, I think. Vintage Orchid Coffee. Howdy. Oh. I'd like to recruit some of these bike riders to come out and go speed skating. That'd be great. Oh, by the way, if not familiar with stuff, hi. So Tuesday nights in Bellingham, we have speed skating starting in September, which is just about 2 weeks. So we're going to go to Arlington Velo real quick. Oh my. Oh, okay. We're going to press hold for a minute. Okay, just came out of the bike shop and they have some of those cool recumbent trikes in there. I wouldn't mind getting one of those. I almost bought one a while back off of the island. Someone had one for sale for it's $150 or so, but they had sold it. That would have been cool to put a little carrier on the back for the dog. Those things are, $1,500 at least. This one was a little different. It didn't have the two wheels in the front though. It had two in the back and one in the front, which is I like actually. It's okay. I'm not going to be barreling 50 down a hill on anything like any of those things for that matter. I've done it before and it's kind of scary. Okay. On our way back. So I think I'm just going to kill this. There's no reason to give a repeat trip. Too bad there wasn't like a big circle track. That would be nicer. Anyway, so I'm going to call it quits. We'll send some more stuff later. I'll come through Arlington on a motorbike. That'll be kind of fun. Maybe I'll go have lunch at the Stilly Diner with it.